Hi friends, it's Todd from Audacity Church here, and I want to spend 5 good minutes uncovering something that we touched on Sunday. If you didn't know, Audacity Church is in a series called Inauguration, and we're not really super concerned as a church with the political party that's taking office. And here's what I mean. Whether you're on the right side or the left, we tend to buy into this myth that that particular opposing party will either solve every problem or make every problem worse. And so we think our party will solve every problem, the other party will make every situation worse. Neither is true. So let's get that out of the way. But in the midst of an inauguration, and what that means is the beginning of a new system, a new regime, a new era of something that is taking hold, we're invited as Christ followers to inaugurate a different type of reality. And that is the kingdom of heaven, the Christ, the Messiah, the gospel, the life-changing good news. And as Christ followers, we're supposed to be defined by this one thing. In John chapter 13, Jesus says, by this you'll be known. People will know that you're my disciples if you love one another. And so our love is actually the defining factor that is supposed to be controlling our actions, our words. It is supposed to be the defining thing for us as a people. I wonder if it really does, though. And if I'm completely honest with you, right, full transparency, in my heart, I often choose what I want over love. We have this sign in my kitchen. It says, when you are faced with a decision between what's right and what's kind, choose kind. And the reason why we have that sign up there is to remind us that love should be the deepest loyalty in our hearts. It's what causes people to bring food to their neighbors when they're stuck at home. It's what causes people to reach out to the hurting. It's what forces us to give financially into places that we're sowing seeds into for the betterment of others. See, what love does is it conquers all, right? And yet, somewhere in my heart is a split loyalty. To choose my own way of thinking, my kingdom over a kingdom and over an inauguration of a people and a person defined by love. A generous, loyal kind of love that supersedes everything else. So early on in the scriptures, there are these 3 wise men that follow this really bright star that lights up the darkness, and it's kind of symbolic of light coming into a dark era. And these wise men bring 3 particular gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The same gifts that you would give to a king or a deity, and they give them to this little baby because they believed that he was to be born to be a new type of king, inaugurating this new reality for all humanity. This new way that would be a way of forgiveness, that would be a way of goodness, of faithfulness, of gentleness, of self-control, that would be about peace, a light into the darkness. I want to be, and I want us to be as Christ followers, the type of church that stands up into the darkest places of our world as light, as one that is defined not by what we're against, not by an agenda that is ours, but one that is defined by a faithful love. So, here's the challenge today. How are you going to love your neighbor? How are you going to love those that God has put in your path? One way is you could join us on our 5th Sunday of the month. That's the last Sunday of January. We're going to be doing our 5th Sunday serve, and we're going to be helping those around us. For details, go to loveservego.com. But how are you going to get creative with how you love those around you today? Let's be light and punch holes in the darkness.